All right. Well, it's going to be same old, same old. We we are absolutely abysmal at home. We can't find the back of the net. We have won 3 home games all year, and I apologize for not being able to be on it after the abysmal LA Galaxy loss, where we park the bus, lose the game after having a we lead, and it's just the same things that we've seen over and over from Adrian Heath and this coaching staff, and and the player recruitment is very poor. There's few gems here and there, but then it's just icing on the cake that AZ Jackson, who we let go for pennies, and we were saying we were saying, do not let this kid go for pennies. He is going to be a baller. But understandably, there's not a great pathway into the team behind Reynoso. But it is just poetic that the one day or one of the games we don't have Reynoso, we could have used a number 10 backup, a backup number 10, that AZ Jackson gets the assist to go ahead against us, and we let him go for pennies. We could have used him tonight. You can't tell me Sandbing's better than AZ Jackson because it just simply isn't true. And one, it's an international for South Korea of U23s, and one's the only reason the other one isn't rated highly is because he's an American. But to be honest, he is by far a better player than Sandbing, in my opinion. And that's just one example of many attacking players that we have that are just really not cut out for um, assists or goals. It just seems like as soon as they get in front of the net, they freeze up, have a shit shot. We should have had 2 goals in the first half, and we didn't. Um, Early on, we had 2 great chances, but that's what we do. We create chances. We don't create goals. That's what we do. We only create chances because that is the Adrian Heath way, and it's got to stop. He needs to go. It is by far long enough. We have gave this man a long enough leash, and he has done jack shit with it since the Western Conference semifinals. It is time to go. We will not be in the playoffs. We are abysmal at home, and if we miraculously sneak in the 9th spot on decision day or some miraculous reason, we will not do anything in the playoffs because this team is bad. Not only do we have some injuries, but we we are never set up to win the game. Adrian Heath is completely lost the plot of where this team needs to go. We have no identity. We have nothing that we can lean on. Um, we can't even lean on Reynoso at this time being, because from his hot start from the beginning, we haven't been able to lean on him quite as much because it seems like no one else wants to do anything around him. And when we don't have a player like that, we get rightfully so a penalty, and Pookie slots it away nicely. But we give up 2 just awful goals. Boxel in no man's land, so DJ Taylor just gets absolute um, slam dunked on by Klaus for the second, or for the first, and then like I said, for their second, AZ Jackson's just after he gets subbed on is absolutely causing chaos for the next 30 minutes when he comes on in the 59th or whatever, and it is just poetic. It's just everything about this franchise that has gone to shit is it's just been shown to light. Boxels had a rough day. He's not getting any older. I love Boxy, but we need a younger center back coming in. We need our left back and right back is very not very good depth wise. DJ Taylor's not great. Valentine's not great, and he's probably our best left back after again getting rid of Kamar Lawrence. Very questionable. Who's someone who could have probably, I don't know the details, but someone who probably could have helped and is definitely better going forward than any other left back we have Defensively, yeah, maybe got caught out sometimes, but doesn't get caught out like some of these other guys we got in. Yeah, so it's just painful. It's very painful. Um, we should not make the playoffs. I believe we're in 11th. I mean, there's 11th right now. There's plenty of time left in the season because it is pretty close, but we do not deserve to be in the playoffs. That is what I'm trying to say. Even if we do sneak in a playing game or something, this team is piss poor. The only positive today is that Kervin Arriaga is back in the squad. We're going to be missing Rosales. It's just all coming to a boiling point at this, and I can't wait for this season to be done. And we need to just move on from Adrian. He needs to get rid of his son, and he just got too much control on the back room of everything, and it just needs to be done. We need a football director that's not Mark Watt. Like we need change. There needs to be change. It's too mediocrity, all of the above, all coming to a boiling point this year where everyone else is getting better and we are just treading water. We are not trying to get better. We are treading water and getting worse. It's frustrating. I got not a lot else to say. Besides, we're shit. We are shit. Yeah. So, yeah, St. Clair picks up a yellow. Greg Goose picks up a yellow. Boxel, DJ Taylor. Yeah, just overall extremely poor game. The first 20 minutes, Sandbing was very lively and then just was quiet, just disappeared. Yeah, so we'll go into player ratings. Dane St. Clair, 7 out of 10. Zarek Valentine, 6 out of 10. Tapias, a 6 out of 10. Boxall, 5 out of 10. DJ Taylor, a 4 out of 10. Will Trapp probably had the most shots tonight, and he always is shooting outside the box when it comes to him. And I understand, I respect that effort, but this man's never scored from outside the box. I'm sorry, he just needs to stop. There's got to be a better way to score off a corner when it comes to him, because at the top of the box, because he's not gonna be scoring 4 out of 10. Jan Gregus, honestly, my man of the match. It's probably 8 out of 10. Was pretty good in the midfield. Did pick up a yellow, but was by far most lively player. Bongi, typical Bongi game. Gives the ball away way too much. He does such good things and bright things, but then there's times in the game where he's so he needs to be more careful with the ball, needs to protect it more. He just kind of gives it away right away. Just better decision making maybe, but not a very good game from Bongi. A 4 out of 10. Sandbang, 2 out of 10. Very, very poor game from Sandbang. Dotson, 2 out of 10. Pretty bad from Dotson in my opinion. Timu Puki, 4 out of 10 with the goal. Very bad game from Timu, in my opinion. Yeah. Franco, for a 5 out of 10, just not very good. Off the bench, did not help a lot. Paddleford, sorry about the camera. Paddleford, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was one of the better subs. Curvin, a 6 out of 10. Like I said, nice to see him back. And Mender Garcia, 5 and a half maybe from Mender. Little cameo off the bench for 5 minutes, but it'd be so much easier if this season would be dead and done. We don't make the playoffs. We hit a hard reset and go from there, because at this point I don't see this getting any better. It only can get better in the long run than it can in the short run. This team is just not capable of doing anything in the playoffs either. So I think that's all I got from tonight. It's just another depressing home game where we've been very poor at home, and usually that's not the case. Usually, if you're good away like we have been, you're pretty comfortable in the league, and that's just not the case this year. We are piss poor at home, dropped way too many points when we shouldn't have, and it is what it is. But I'm not gonna ruin my Saturday night over it, and neither should you. So, um, yeah, as always, come on, you loons, and thanks for tuning in.